If you don't say Jesus' name when you're talking this way, you're at risk of conjuring spirits.
Yes.
Right? So Beelzebub can come up through the ground.
Hopefully he conjures a spirit of a real black guy. So let's go to Martin Luther Cringe.
It's just a good
The
name.
Tennessee representative, Justin Pearson.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to read that because I don't care about him. He was reinstated to the state house after being expelled for being a dick. Now, to celebrate his... These people are just... I'm sorry. Ad hominem, sure. Scum, yes. Also, losers, yes. Dweebs, yes. So let's celebrate his return now and educate you on not just Mr. Pearson, but all of the Democrat politicians who engage in code switching with a then and now. You may not know this. Here is Pearson. So I'm going to spoiler alert, okay? Because you can't get away with it. We can't get away with it. Hank Azaria can't get away with it doing the voice of Apu in a cartoon. But this man can get away with entirely faking a black accent. He's like the representative equivalent of Drake, a buttersoft bitch from a white Jewish area of Toronto who sounds like he's from Memphis. Also, by the way, here's how I know you're a bitch, Drake. Your first lyrics are like a sprained ankle ain't nothing to play with. You couldn't think of anything more severe. Used to be about being shot. Yeah. Like a sprained ankle, boy, nothing to play with. Yeah, you play. You play.
I gotta elevate and ice that bitch.
Anti-inflammatories.
To be productive in the morning, gotta be well rested. Yeah, you heard what I just said? Shout out to John Lajoie. I went to high school with his brother. All right, so here is Pearson, Representative Pearson, running for class president in college in 2016. This is what he sounded like.
Hey everybody, I'm Justin J. Pearson, and I'm running for president of BSG. There are a few reasons
I loved him in Dead Poet Society.
One has to do with representation. How can we represent all voices in a conversation?
You're not going to fall for no banana in the tailpipe.
By partnering with organizations from the Boone Democrats to the Boone Republicans. I want to bring together different voices, dissenting voices.
You mean the ones in your head?
Or more conservative.
My grandmother would be like, he's such a nice colored
the radical middle, where conversation
the word
and
color. My
dialogue
grandmother, you can't say that.
and growth happens.
No, yeah, you can. You can say people of color. And that brings us to now. And this is like if you know, on children's placemats, you know, it's like, hey, spot the 6 differences. Also, it's also like navigate your way through the maze. Also, you might as well just tear up the placemat and throw a hot coffee in your lap and squirt your dick, because this is about what this segment is going to feel like. See if you can spot the difference. Here is Pearson now celebrating his triumphant return to the State House yesterday.
To the well. I believe in a division of people who've been ostracized. Coming to the well.
That is an uncoordinated man.
What a phony.
Well, he's been taken over by the spirit. You see, he looks like
Sam Kinison?
Yeah, but watch what he's doing here. If you don't say Jesus' name when you're talking this way, you're at risk of conjuring spirits.
Yes.
Right? So Beelzebub can come up through the ground.
Hopefully he conjures a spirit of a real black guy.
Well.
What do you mean, real black guy? What do you mean by real black guy? Shut up. He's doing the Sam Kinison thing, right? And I'm in the State House, and I want to be, I'm in hell! I talk like this even though I used to be a white guy!
Wasn't he a preacher?
He was. And he told it was performance art. Yeah. It's like professional wrestling. So here's the thing.
The license plate on his rolled Corvette said X-Rev.
That's right. Yeah, Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
I thought you said, I bet you Pearson has a vanity license plate.
Yeah.
It says white. You can't even read it. It's white on white. They're like, this is a violation of the traffic codes. I'm sorry, officer. Did you pull me over because I'm black? Black?
We had no idea, good sir.
This is a violation of... Oh, you're schizophrenic.
Okay.
We're going to take away your license here.
Yes.
We'll just, you know what? Let's just list cataracts. Okay. Justin Pearson is not unique. Here's the thing. Democrats are master panderers. Hey, black Americans, they hate you. Hey, Latino Americans, they hate you. Hey, women, they actually hate, they want to see you physically beaten to a pulp by men who claim to be women, but they claim to be more relatable, right? This is what, and they engage in what is called code switching. And the left is a group that harped on code switching all the time, right? That this is about like switching and your voice, and you guys can check all the references at loudwithcrowder.com. They did the same thing with fake news. For a lot of you, I know some of you are new viewers, you may not remember the left created the term fake news to try and get rid of alternative media like ourselves. And then Donald Trump switched it on them and said, "You're fake news." They're like, "What? No. And then all of a sudden they got mad and they didn't want the term fake news to be applied. That's our thing.
Turn it on us.
So it's called code switching. It's about pandering and changing your identity. And if you don't fully grasp it yet, here's an explanation from the GOAT.
And I'll tell you something else you probably didn't know. And that is this. This is not my real speaking voice.
Actually, Chuck, this my real speaking voice. I talk like straight up gangster, bitch. My name ain't Big Al. It's out in Salem.
I love Dave Chappelle.
I think it's great. You know what's funny about this is when I do the show, I've always got to keep everything. Everything is always funny, but I keep this accent to myself because when I'm around you common people, I'm afraid I have to speak.
See, that's code switching.
That's exactly.
That's code switching.
Yes, I know, but you wouldn't understand me if I spoke the Queen's English.
Brian, no, Brian.
Sorry, yes.
No, it's the King's English.
Oh yes,
there's
of course.
There's a man with a penis.
That's right.
I forgot.
There's no more Queen.
There's no more Queen. She's perished.
Now we all have to forget that I waved like a twat.
You know what I want to do just once as an Englishman? I just want to go like this. Release the hounds.
Right. And then you'd have to sleep with your sister.
Yes.
You have a sister?
Underbite.
Yes.
Schmunderbite.
Oh, yes. There's nothing wrong with sleeping with your sister. That's just an old wives' tale. I have my father's eyes and my mother's also eyes. My blood's blue, you know. That's how they know you're royalty.
Why such a high voice?
Because
my liege.
I'm the Queen.
Of course. You're the Queen.
I assume there's been some carbon degassing on the vocal cords. Oh, no, now we have an entire nation offended that I can't look the Queen.
But you've got a beard, my liege.
Yes.
You identify as the Queen.
Well, that's true. This is not accurate. I would have had mine lasered off as the result of my horrible incestuous relations.
It's so queeny.
And Canada still puts it on their money. Yeah, let's be more like those people. All right, so code switching, as you just saw, thank you for exemplifying it, Brian.
Sure.
This is the definition. The ways in which a member of an underrepresented group consciously or unconsciously adjusts their language, syntax, grammatical structure, behavior, and appearance to fit into the dominant culture. So they often say it's what black people do to become white because it's all seen through identity politics as opposed to right and wrong. Look, I think doing voices for fun is fine. We've been doing it since the beginning of time. Yeah. I think that faking like you are someone else is what's wrong. But the left switches it entirely. Comedy, it's inappropriate. We have to fire Hank Azaria, who does a poo. We can't have a white guy do a black guy voice in a cartoon, but we can have people act as though they are an entirely different race so long as it is conducive to gaining votes. Let me bring you through a few examples, not just Pearson here. He's the latest example. Hillary Clinton. Now, you all know Hillary Clinton. You know her.
Yeah, the bitch.
Yes. And you know what? Comment below if you're watching live, okay? And if you're not watching live, pause it so there's no spoiler. Comment who you think are going to be showcased as examples here. Here's Hillary Clinton speaking, as her normal demonic self.
Lessons that I've learned about getting back
okay,
up.
That's enough. I don't want to watch anymore. Okay.
She could, short doses.
Yeah, short doses.
Yeah. Short doses.
Yeah, but I don't really think it's. I don't think the poison is in the dose. I think any dose.
It's all poison.
It's like GHB. It's you're immediately vomiting on the floor.
You're
oh, come on.
testing my gag reflexes.
Yeah, see, he's clearly used GHB.
Yep. It goes well with poppers.
I love it.
It goes well with driving, if you ask John Stamos.
Yes.
And Nick Nolte.
Did he?
Yeah, they got caught for GHB. All right.
Really?
Yes.
I know John. I didn't know he did drugs.
Who cares?
Sorry. The name is there that you dropped.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Hey, as long as you get free oikos for life.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't get a table at your restaurant? I know John Stamos. Think again.
Right. It's like, yeah, he tipped us in the box set DVD of Full House. Don't wait up. Here is Hillary Rodham Clinton pretending to be Southern.
You know, they've just been minding their own business and they got hit by meteor. You know, I'm not sitting here as some little woman standing by my man like Tammy Wynette. Every time she called distraught saying her life was going to be ruined.
Whether they're living in rural Iowa or inner city New York or anywhere else.
Wasn't she doing a Tammy Wynette impersonation? I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, she wasn't there. There are more clips of that too. But here's another one for you. Here she is.
Tammy Wynette's a natural treasure. She's a.
Here she is pretending to be, as your grandmother would say, colored.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far.
Fire!
From where I started from.
Oh, boy.
Nobody told me that the road would be easy.
And not to be outdone by Daniel Day-Lewis through method acting, here she is acting as an insufferable bitch.
What difference at this point does it make?
Oh.
Which one's genuine? You be the judge.
None.
She ended a sentence in a preposition, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's outrageous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, did you notice that?
Her husband is the master.
It's unforgivable.
Propositioning.
Sorry, Tim. I'm coming down hard on you today. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's all about literature.
Let's go to AOC, who I've said this repeatedly. I can't wait for Father Time to pull the ripcord so I can despise her
I do find her attractive.
exterior just as much as her insides. Right now, I only hate her inside, which is, you know, it's wrong to hate, but I do.
But I want to date her, and I want to argue politics, and then have crazy makeup sex. Is that weird?
Yes.
I hope your wife's not watching.
Can we delete that? Oh yeah, my wife. No, my wife understands.
Yeah, she understands.
Brian, it's a live show.
Yes.
No,
we can't delete anything that's live.
She's going to beat me.
Here's AOC, and it's funny. She does what you do as a kind of a joke, but she was born, by the way, in New York. Okay. She spent most of her childhood in the wealthy Yorktown area, right, of New York. And she is a code-switching connoisseur. Here she is trying to connect with black voters, again, with a fake accent.
I'm proud to be a bartender. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with working retail, folding clothes for other people to buy.
Oh, my goodness.
There is nothing wrong with preparing the food that your neighbors will eat.
I had a nightmare today.
And it looked like AOC.
Yeah, it looked like a horse-faced Puerto Rican.
I was wrong, I tell you.
And it was googly.
Not a dream.
I'll repeat googly.
How am I to be judged by the content of this bitch? Now,
my mind.
Here she is trying to be authentic, and I say trying because it's cute, by saying Puerto Rico in the way that she thinks she should say it.
Today represents a historic moment. While Puerto Rico is not the United States' only colony,
Puerto Rico.
it is
Puerto Rico.
It is its
Alexandra.
oldest.
No.
Alexandra.
She only pronounced Rico
Yes.
like that. She said Puerto Rico.
Let's play it again.
Not Puerto.
Are you right? You're probably right. Let's play it again.
Listen.
Today represents a historic moment. While Puerto Rico is not
Oh my
the
gosh,
United
that's a
States'
good. That'd be like a West Side Story.
Well done, Gerald.
That'd be like them saying, "Wonderful time in America, terrible time in America."
Exactly.
You forget I'm in America. Just stab them already, sharks. Sorry, Jets.
Exactly. Somebody pull out a gun.
Next, let's watch the Jets try and pretend to be straight.
She's awful.
I put my switchblade on you, see?
How many people got their asses kicked when they were being mugged because they thought, I'm not going to give you my wallet. I've seen how this gang violence plays out. Well, what do you mean? You're just going to do a muscle up on that pipe.
Don't we break out in song?
A pirouette and a leap.
Yes.
Can I get some Officer Krupke in here?
That's right.
Yeah.
You're a jet. You're the swinginest thing. Little boy, you're a man. Little man, you're a king.
Yes.
How about that?
And then Riff and Tony were getting it on at the convenience store.
Exactly. Only gay if you're smiling.
Yes.
Gerald,
Looking in the
what
eyes.
were you saying about Spanish accents?
Here's the thing, though. So, Brian, she does like you did, like the karate thing. Okay, but she's serious, and here she is pronouncing Puerto Rico like the white person, or I should say, the homegrown American that she is.
Well, I think what happened in my family is what happened to thousands of Puerto Ricans.
Which one?
Which one? Make up your mind.
Pick
Puerto
a lane, Seabiscuit.
Puerto Rico. Alexandria.
You know how they get her to her interviews?
What's that?
They have a little rabbit run up to the camera.
Peanut butter.
It's one of those days. Kamala Harris is another example. So we've got Hillary Clinton, we've got AOC. Code switching. Yeah. Just keep in mind, again, they'll attack you if you do a voice, right? You'll have more people upset that I did an impression of Martin Luther King Jr. poorly.
Yes.
Here's
Wasn't
Harris.
that bad, though.
Who, she's from, Jamaican heritage, or Indian heritage.
Both.
Grew up more Indian, I believe.
Yeah, it depends on who she's pandering to.
Yes. Yeah, it's true. That's
so
true.
let's just give her both.
She went to Westmount High School in Montreal.
Kamala Harris?
Yes.
Kamala Harris
Check
did?
it. Anyone.
Are you sure about that?
Fact check.
Positive.
She went to Westmount?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
High school in Montreal for sure.
That's
I
a
think
Jewish
Westmount.
hotbed.
That's right. No, it is a big. It's the Highland Park of Montreal.
Yeah, it's very, very wealthy.
Is that right?
Yeah, Westmount, Montreal. I didn't know she went to Westmount, Montreal. Let's fact check it. Otherwise, I get to admonish my dad, which is fun.
Yes.
So here is Kamala Harris, the Jamaican part of Kamala Harris, trying to relate to Southern blacks.
We will tell them we were hanging out in a parking lot this particular Saturday afternoon with Kamala and all our friends.
Oh, I loved her in the clump.
She's just terrible.
And here she is. Again, remember, we provide all the references. I always say, look, it's important to have contrast. That's why you have clinical trials, right? You have a control group. So the contrast matters so that you can only verify that it's fake if you can verify what is real. And I understand what you're saying. It's tough to verify what's real with any of these people. But here she is switching between accents or affectations 3 times in under 20 seconds.
Wow. Because as we all know, elections matter.
There you go.
And when folks vote, they order what they want. And in this case, they got what they asked for. I went off script a little bit. I'm retarded.
And then she said, and Daddy gets the piece of fried chicken. Chris Rock. She went into the difference between black men and N-words, and people are like, is that Chris Rock? No!
So we do have an update on Kamala Harris in Montreal. Harris and her sister moved to there with their mother there to Montreal, Quebec.
Is your throat still shut, or is that just your...
There's more to that.
It wasn't just they were in
where
Montreal.
Kamala had accepted a research
it's pronounced
with McGill University affiliated Jewish General Hospital.
Westmount, and finally, it's Westmount. It's right in there.
Yeah,
Pull it up.
Did he not say Westmount?
Pull it up.
Westmount.
And finally, Westmount High School.
Westmount High School.
That's the relevant part.
The whole point.
Admonish Hootie.
No.
It's pronounced Montreal.
It's like, did she go to Westmount? Well, her hobbies are walking on the beach. And it says Westmount, Michael.
They didn't highlight it for him, though, so I'm admonishing the researchers.
Yes. You're right there, Pops Crowder.
Highlight the Jamaican part. It works better.
Jamaica.
Yeah. Yes.
My roommates in college were Jamaican. Does that count? I was in Jamaica, and a guy walked up, I swear to God, and said, "You move like a Jamaican." And then I said, "Thank you." And I said, "I must move like a Jamaican." And then he gave me a joint. I paid him $20, and I smoked that joint. And then I called the emergency room.
Totally
I was that high. I'm not a seasmoker.
You might want to see
I'm
it.
not a smoker, and I was like, I can't feel my feet.
Yeah.
And I can't feel myself breathing. And then my girlfriend...
Well, I take back the wisdom comment because you're not a smoker, but you bought a joint for $20 from a strange Jamaican in a bathroom.
I wanted him to like me.
Just because he complimented.
Plus, his hands were so strong and dark.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's from years of filleting bonefish.
Oh, yeah, that's what it
that's.
When I went to Guantanamo Bay, that was a big thing. Jamaicans there, they loved it. It was a bonefish thing. One of them stabbed a guy who
Cubans.
What? Say bone again.
No, they were Jamaicans in Cuba.
In Cuba. Oh, wow.
Jamaicans in Cuba and Guantanamo Bay. A lot of them would work there. Okay. And he stabbed the guy who took us out fishing one time.
With a bone?
No, he stabbed him he could have.
Okay. If you sharpen a bone. Anyway,
yeah, I'm sure that you can. Tim can do that. Now, here is Kamala Harris. Here is Kamala Harris even code switching. So we have 3 times in 20 seconds. And now we have her code switching when she's in France.
With us in government, we campaign with the plan. Uppercase T, uppercase P, the plan.
I don't know if that's code switching so much as just bombing.
Yeah. I was just about to say, every time she does it, it makes her sound worse, which is a feat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you sound worse than you already sound, Kamala, but you did it.
She was wearing a mask, and sometimes you have to read someone's face for comedy.
But the never goes before a consonant, nor does and
the plan
go before anything but a vowel. These people don't speak English either.
I think it's just the benzos.
Yeah.
Benzos.
Well, that adrenochrome won't suck itself. I'm joking. Right now, there's some like, he knew it. I was thinking it.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.